Hey, how's it going? Just finished another game, another sort of old school kind of, well, it sort of looks old school. It's a newish game. It's from last year. It's called Evil is Back. And it's sort of a remake of Evil Dead 1 and 2 sort of combined into one thing, sort of pretty loosely. But yeah, it's kind of all right. I kind of had a bit of fun with this game. It all pretty much looks kind of like a PS1, PS2 era sort of game. Sort of, except for the leaves. I think those look kind of more new. But it's kind of a hilarious looking game. You know, the models are kind of funny looking, and you know, the animations are funny, and it's really kind of cheap, just sort of like the movies, but in a fun way. So that's kind of cool. It kind of really fits with the whole theme there. And so this is kind of like it's sort of like a mix of a FPS and a adventure game, although the FPS thing isn't all that much. Like it's not that advanced. There's, you know, you have to do it throughout the whole game pretty much, but it's pretty basic. So, and there's puzzles, there's looking around for stuff, talking to people. Well, not so much talking to them, but, you know, cutscenes with them talking. And the game is fully voice acted too, so that's awesome. Is that a good book?
It's not so bad. The decor is pretty nice.
Yeah, it's great. Great
love
place.
it, honey. This cabin is wonderful.
It's not, you know, award-winning voice acting, but it's the kind of voice acting you'd want in something like this. It's hilarious. It's cheap. This is like everything in this. The game itself is cheap, too. I got it on sale, actually, 50% off on the Steam sale, so I got it for like $1 something. Normally it's $2. So, but the voice acting is hilarious. Really cheap, but perfect in that way. The game is a bit clunky as you're running around. It's sort of, you know, it feels a bit clunky. As I started off, I was worried I would get motion sick because it was very weird, like weird as you're turning kind of a thing. And I was like, shit, I got to turn down the FOV, but there, of course, isn't the way to do that. So I turned the sensitivity from 2 down to 1, and that seemed to make it better. So, but it feels a little clunky. It doesn't have the best optimization either. You'll notice your frames per second getting really low at some points, and then at other points they'll just go skyrocketing up. Sometimes when they seem they shouldn't. So it's kind of weird how it does that, but it was never it was never you know, like it was never laggy. So it would always be, you know, it never dropped below. I think at one point it was down to like 29 FPS, but just for a second, you know, you don't really notice it too badly. Oh my god, sir, look at the size of your tits. You better calm down on the hamburgers, mister. The monsters in this game are cheap, except for the end boss. Wow, he's cheap in his own way, but the rest of them are kind of cheap just because they're like, you know, just basic guys who just run at you, you know, whatever. You just shoot them, but you can take their heads off, so that's cool. You got a chainsaw hand, you know, because Ash has the chainsaw hand. He's got the shotgun. Which is really slow to reload, but it's very handy. One thing that really sucks in this game, though, if you ever die in this game, luckily there are save points. You never know when it's going to save, though. It never tells you. But every time I've died so far, I haven't had to go too far back, so that's nice. They're in there somewhere. They just don't tell you. But the load time after you die, that's the one thing that kind of really sucks. It's like it has to unload everything, all the resources, and then load them all back up again or something, because it's just it's crazy how long it takes. It almost takes longer than when you just, I think maybe even does take longer than when you just start a new game, and then you never have any loads at all throughout the game. It's very smooth like that, except if you're loading after a death, so that kind of sucks.
Don't look very well. Do you need anything?
I need your meat. Join us. Join us.
So the game's really short too. It was I beat the game in an hour, and I got stuck a couple times. So not for long, but for a little bit. And yeah, it seems like the perfect length though. You don't want to have it go any longer than that, because by the time that hour was done and that final boss, I was kind of sick of it. So I think that's the perfect amount of time for this, especially for, you know, and at $1 or $2, not a bad price tag for this. If you like the game, or if you like the movies, the Evil Dead series, then, you know, you might get something out of this. I found it to be entertaining, you know, it was okay. I had some laughs. There's definitely some funny parts in this game. You can make it fun too a bit if you just kind of have fun with it and enjoy the cheapness of it all. Oh my god. Final boss battle was kind of it was okay, but at the same time it kind of well, it was really cheap as everything else. But it was just, I don't know. Actually, you know what? It was an earlier boss battle, the mid-boss battle. I didn't know what to do against this guy. You actually have to shoot this, a separate thing from the actual enemy. But I was, you know, shooting the enemy, and I think I must have put like 50 rounds from the shotgun in this thing's face. So many chainsaw attacks. And then, you know, he hits you too, right? So you have to be, you're running like this the whole time. Running out of stamina. It kind of sucks because then he's like running too, right? And then, you know, you're trying to heal because your guy heals on its own over time. And it's okay. It's just, you know, it kind of drags on a bit at some points because you don't know what to do. But maybe that was just my fault. Anyways, I'm glad I played the game. I thought it was good. It wasn't amazing or anything like that. It was good. Like, it was okay. The cheapness of it all, you know, the voice acting, that sort of stuff really sort of made it more fun than it should have been. And the Evil Dead theme and everything like that. So I'm glad I played it. What would I give it as a rating? I think I would give it like a 5.5 out of 10. But, you know, a good 5.5 out of 10. Like, play it if you want or whatever. I'm glad I played it. On Steam, I'll give it a recommend too. So, you know, with a 5.5, you know, just, you know. It's good, but, you know, it's not like super good. Anyways, though, yeah, so that's that game there. Hit the subscribe button if you feel like it. And maybe leave a comment if you have a game you want me to check out or something. Or if you want me to do something different or anything like that. I got a bunch more of these games, and there's a whole bunch more coming out. I keep tracking them on Twitter and through the Steam Discovery queue, adding them to my wish list. So there's some really cool ones coming. I don't know when they're coming, but like I have them on my wish list now, and there's no dates on them yet either. So hopefully things will start coming out soon. New ones of these old school FPS games and things like that. But there's lots of mods too, or whatever. Yeah, so whatever. Leave a comment if you feel like it. And we'll see you next time. Have a good one.